Welcome back to another chapter of Dissidia Shadowgate. Last time, the Cosmos Warriors are continuing their investigation through the castle Shadowgate, and in order to return to their homes, they have to defeat the Warlock Lord, of course. And Terra has just came to the extent of her powers, and Bart, Sedan, Squall, and Laguna has teamed up with Vaughn, and they just defeated a fiery Drake. So, they continue on their quest. Let's get this thing going. Alright, Chapter 4. Before they got to the next area, Bart stopped with his head bowed. Sedan, Squall, Laguna, and Vaughn looked at him, puzzled. What seems to be the problem? No, it's nothing, really. I just kept thinking about the feather that I used to have. Would you stop whining already? A feather? From what? It probably was from a chocobo or something. His face bright. Oh, it probably was from a chocobo or something. His face brightened. Wait a minute. That's it. He told them about his two closest friends, Boko and Gala. He once saw a chocobo separated from its flock, and they were both companions. He then remembered Gallup, who was the old man who arrived on a meteor at a city named Tycoon. He was one of the warriors of Dawn who once sealed X-Death in a monstrous tree. He told him that Bart's father was also a warrior. Since then, they became best friends, and Gallup came with Bart to stop the monster from wreaking havoc over the world as the crystals lost their luster. Gallup later passed on after X-Death defeated him. He started to reminisce about his parents, Dorgon and Stella, and his homeworld Lex. He took out his crystal and murmured, I will return to you all someday, referring to the people who will be waiting for him to come back. Come on, Bart, we can't wait forever. Coming. Bart ran to catch up. They came to a deep dark chasm as a sharp cold wind filled the air. A wide bridge and a tunnel awaited for them, but before they crossed the bridge, monstrous bearskin troll appeared from the depths and hollered, This bridge is mine! It'll cost you a gold coin to get past me! Firion stepped forward, bowed his head, took out a copper coin he found earlier, and handed it to the troll's giant hand as he said, Very well. The troll examined it, scratched his face, and laughed silently. The toll has just been increased to 2 gold coins. It showed its yellow fangs. What? What? You're trying to double-cross us? Stay alert, Firion. This could be a trap. Get out of there. Everyone drew their weapons except Firion, who handed the troll 2 of his remaining copper coins. The troll's face turned beet red. Hey! What's this? It isn't gold! Are you trying to cheat me? But that's all I have. The troll picked up the bridge, but just before it fell, Firion disappeared in a flash of light. Firion! Just when all seemed lost, he was teleported to their side of the chasm with Cecil holding him. Cecil! You've learned... Yes, I remembered teleport and cure, thanks to Terra's incantations. Oh, Cosmos bless her. The paladin took the offense, and his eyes squinted as he looked at the troll. He concentrated, and there was a vision of a target surrounding it. It was his white magic spell Libra, to analyze the enemy's stats, such as its strengths and weaknesses. According to Cecil, it was weak against dark magic, so he instantly turned into his Dark Knight form. He first used Soul Eater to weaken it. Darkness! Drink of anguish! The troll tried to swap him off the cliff, but he jumped in the air and landed on his feet. Now, Barts! They both used Dark Flame, and the troll fell silently to the abyss below. They listened, but there was no crash. Wow! You did it! No, we did it. Yeah, we're on a roll. There's no way the Warlock can stop us now. That may be, but we still have a long way to go. A squeal was heard in the distance. Thanks for getting rid of the bridge, guys! Now how do you expect to get across? It was the foul-mouthed Prishe. We could still use Furion's hookshot. Or what we could use is... You're lucky you have a dragoon at your side. It was Kane. As he folded his arms, he recommended to use his jump ability to carry the warriors to the other side of the chasm. Soon the heavy heroes used the hooked chain, while the lighter ones were lifted and brought to the other side. It was less exhausting for the dragoon. When everybody was accounted for, Luna said, "We are all here, because we're not alone. Let us move forward," Cecil led the team. The moon illuminated the courtyard with its silvery glow, and an old vast well made from stone and mortar stood at the left corner. The party heard a low growl, and Prishe thought it was her stomach growling. She put her skinny hand over it and felt nothing, realizing it could be something else making all that ruckus. In the distance, she saw two red eyes in a dark doorway, and there emerged a Cyclops ready for battle, with club in hand. He let out a war cry and charged toward her. "All right, time for some fun!" She put her dukes up and flipped forward. Yah! She landed a Howl fist square in the groin, and it retaliated by knocking her backward with its devastating club. She recovered and landed on her hind legs. She looked back at Cecil watching the fray. "It's time you should learn some pointers," she said, referring to her white magic. She healed herself, wiped her lips with the back of her hand, and challenged it. "I'm just getting warmed up." Her body turned white when she used Protect to minimize herself against physical blows. Then she turned red as she casted Haste on herself. Last she used Slow on the monster. She stretched her back leg, focused her energy, leapt with her clenched fist and spinning body. It was so fast that no one could hardly see her. Yeah! She used her 360 kick and made contact with its thick skull. The Cyclops collapsed to the grass, and she sensed that it's down, but not out. "Now for the grand finale!" She stretched out her arms, raised them, and her hands illuminated with white energy. She held it over her chest, and it enlarged until it was 6 feet in diameter. The ball shined across the battlefield, almost blurring everyone's eyes. She screamed, "Holy Shiitake!" As she released the spell toward the unconscious Cyclops. As it made an impact, it exploded, shaking the ground like a 6.5 earthquake. When everything fell silent, Prishe puffed out her chest as she cheered. "Thought she had me, didn't ya? Think again." The monk looked at the well and turned the crank. It spun rather easy, and a bucket came up, hanging by a thick rope. "Ooh, I wonder what this could be." Thinking to herself, she hoped it would be full of scrumptious food. However, there were gold gauntlets inside, and Prishe clapped happily. "Hell yeah! Even better than food!" As if on cue, her stomach rumbled. She held it embarrassingly. "Whoopsie! I spoke too soon." She put on the gauntlets and rushed ahead. Wow, that was a short chapter. So, we continue our quest to investigate Shadowgate. And with the help of Cecil, Bart, and Prishe, we were able to make it further. So see you guys in the next part.